Fellas hate resetting and reassessing the situation. Why does it look like a clickbait title? Okay, here we go. Subscribe to earn drops. What do you mean subscribe to earn drops? I don't have. Can you subscribe to me? What the fuck? Is that even an option? Add channel bio? Why does it say subscribe to earn drops? What the fuck does that even mean? Get rewards by person view the details. Don't show again. Dismiss. What the fuck? Okay, so PanicApex is currently playing. We're gonna go back and try to learn from him. Because I watched a little bit earlier from I think block one. And we're gonna look at everything except his aim. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna look at shit that is not his aim. So let me bring this up. Which is his rank gameplay, which I'm not really interested in. Because that environment does not really punish you. I think they're still in block one. Yeah, so damn dude, this is a long stream. I don't know how people can stream for so long. My brain would fucking get fried. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these games. I really like this team. Like Gent is an experienced it's just like Gent is just Gent. He's like, it's great to have him on any team. He's always throwing out ideas, which is really nice. So we're going to take a look at not just Panic, but also TSM.
He's talking to you.
Okay, cool.
What? How
So there seems to be good
who
vibes with
made
the
it?
team.
He's talking to you.
Who made it, bro? Stop spamming the
Let's
same voice
drop
line.
this.
Spamming, dude.
Blue bag, blue bag.
Right.
Dude.
So already, like, the vibes on the team is really good.
Get that Evar.
I don't know, like,
we don't
at least
have
in
one.
roster mania, I don't think people realize, like, how much, like, how well you vibe with your team matters so much. Like, you could play with each other well, like, within the game, you might all be, like, amazing, but if you don't agree with each other outside of the game, it's just not worth it, right? It will affect your in-game gameplay. So it's not just like, oh, these guys aren't being professional. They are being professional. They're choosing to play with somebody else who will, you know, be a better fit for them. And it's not always because like, one of your players is like something that you don't like. It could literally just be a personality difference, you know. Like one person communicates one way, the other person communicates the other way. But okay, cool. So they move quickly.
Shooting
This is
cubes.
good.
Keep trying to move forward.
Qs for speed.
You want me to put a
Down for
CP
the
right here?
UAV
I just got.
All right.
Fine. Land over here.
Going for
Go,
Blue
the
and
go,
neon.
go, go.
So they have
That's what
zone.
we're
Going.
They move quickly.
Oh, man.
Duke got
I can't
wrecked.
get it. We should just keep going.
Just keep going. We're not gonna get burp.
Yeah, we ain't gonna
Yeah.
See you trying.
I
As soon as
like
blue
that
goes.
Gent is like, just like keep going. We're not gonna get perp.
They went
I
far,
like he's.
far left towards
I think Dupe is IGLing, right? Or is Gent
Boardwalk.
IGLing? I don't know.
Alright.
I mean,
Oh, so
Neon doesn't
we're
have beacon. They
calling
don't
a
know what they're doing.
pullback. We're calling a pullback here, so we gotta
Sounds
be
like they're just
careful.
Is that what you
IGL.
think?
I love how they're talking about everybody on the team is talking about the macro, right? Which is really nice. I think one of the most fundamental issues that I see with teams when it comes to their comms, especially like not just macro but like fighting, is that everybody thinks that it's the IGL who like thinks of the ideas, and then everybody just feeds the IGL information, or like if somebody gives an idea who's not the IGL, right? um, then it's like it's countercalling, but it's not like throwing out ideas like, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think the ring is going to pull this way? It's going to pull this way, whatever. Those are ideas. That's not a countercall, right? And it's actually so much easier if you are an IGL to have options, right? So let's say Gent's the IGL, right? And he comes up with plan A. Dupe comes up with plan B and Panic comes up with plan C. If you have all these options, then Gent can just be like, oh, I like plan B. I think Dupe's the ideal, right? From what I was watching earlier. But it's like, if you don't even know that plan C exists, you can't even choose that, right? So this is why throwing out ideas is so
That's
important.
what.
Dupe.
And again, comms aren't like just commands and telling each other what to do or like telling each other what's happening. It's literally a
Right
conversation.
here.
You're
I'm right,
iterating
aren't I?
on the
I wanna
fly.
Pete 20, bro.
I got a bolt. I got a bolt
I'm
purple
gonna,
now.
I'm gonna
So
go
it's
loot.
really cool that like
I'll
they
just
do
do
that.
PT if anything happens.
Yeah, go for it.
It's also helpful
You can
that
loot the
Jen
bottom
and
shop.
Dupe are
These
just
buildings aren't
experienced as
looted.
fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, we're
Got a good
fighting
wall,
walls
dude.
up here. There ain't no good walls here, B.
Cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
there
cool,
is.
cool. So we're checking out different ideas and like looting right now. It's cool.
See?
I want to kind of skip ahead.
I was like, can I recall you even though it's a cooldown on you, Panic?
I think so.
See, he's asking like even Dupe, who's like super experienced, he's asking questions from his team. There's like no ego on this team, which is really nice. Like you can tell a lot if a team has ego if they don't ask each other questions. A lot of people feel like they have to know what's happening, or like it's a big part of their identity. Like, oh, I made it to CC finals. Like I'm supposed to know what's right and what's wrong. Like, no, you begin with like, I don't know,
I'm just waiting just in
and you
case.
ask each other questions. It's a like
Yeah, I feel like,
this.
yeah, I've never tested it. I've always wondered that too.
Yeah,
Like, if people ask each other questions in game, to me, it's a really good sign.
it's gonna pull back.
You know, if you only ask questions after the game, like, why the fuck did you do that? Why'd you do this? You know, like to me, that's like that team's kind of doomed.
Probably
All right, cool. So, fuck, my internet's so dog shit. Sorry, this is so
Get that.
slow. So they're kind of doing nothing here for a while.
breaker, breaker,
Put a wall
breaker,
down, dude.
breaker,
Put a wall down,
Okay,
put a
so
wall down.
let's take a look at this.
40 on Newcastle down per, yeah, I think
Okay,
two of
so
them
he
are.
got damaged. I want to see how he's scouting. I'm guessing he's scouting because he has
Damn,
the
they're
most
No, that seems to be
capability.
Kraber.
So he's walking up. I wish more players walked up to shit instead of just like full on ran.
Barrel
Okay,
cat, Ash.
I want to hear
Walling again.
what's happening here.
Actually, I'm gonna save wall.
A1s, dupe IGL. Thank you, A1s. That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
I have
wait
no
for
med
some
kits, by the way.
So they have a
To the zone
spot.
closed, Matt just trying to use UAV.
My sock ain't about to stop me. I'm at the top just yet.
All right, cool.
Yeah, what?
We'll see you with
should
zone.
hit-
We'll see with the zone.
When zone
Yo,
pops,
kill
we should
shot.
we should be able to hit you.
What's good, man?
So I don't know what's happening here, but I wish, and I don't know if Panic said it earlier. Panic kind of goes out and like hunts for kills and like hunts for information, right? Which is good. Um,
Man,
but I wish he
congratulations, man.
calmed this earlier. He's not calming
they're
it,
Kraber,
but
no, that
Kraber
seems in the
over there.
Kraber.
maybe he did. Maybe I missed it.
Welcome back.
Okay, immediately goes back to play his
You
life.
guys are just sparrow
I like how fast he disengaged.
configurated. I don't even know what
Like
that
if
means.
you are hunting around, right? Like most people, I don't like turtling. Like if this is your POI, a lot of people just stay in their POI like this, like in here, or they stay out like at this vicinity. But you should constantly be going out for information, you know, and information for kills, information for threats, right? And yeah, that's good. But if you are going to be hunting and scouting, you need to have a disengage in mind always, and you need to disengage as quickly as possible.
I
Because
just
if you go
I like-
down, right, or even if you take damage, like the wrong kind of damage, it will be
I like the fighting.
detrimental to your
That's an
game.
right there.
It'll give other people permission to take your space.
Yeah, go for it.
I love that he's like like this is a big part. Okay, if you're a fragger or if your identifier is a fragger, which I fucking hate that role, right? Like that myth. But if you are the person who's scouting, which I think scout is a much better role name. But if you are scouting for kills, for information, or anything like that, right, you need to do it actively. You can't just sit in your zone. So this is like really, really good use of his abilities to look for other shit. So yeah, this is great. So if you have your own area, don't just sit here. You need to go out and you need to punish anybody who's here. You need to just punish them. You can't just like immediately leaves, does a little bit of damage, walks, right? He's checking his back. That's good.
Team over here.
Kind of testing. Oh, I think
on
this
perp.
is the game that I
Wanna
saw
take a shot?
earlier.
I think 2 of them.
Let's see how he takes
Drop their
damage.
drone.
I'm gonna see he's on pool.
Like nothing
And then I'll pick
happening.
upgrade after.
Oh,
bro.
okay, long distance. Now we know that that's there.
40 on Newcastle.
fuck
On
was
perp.
that, a
You wanna
sentinel?
take a shot?
Okay,
can hit
Rings
pool
gonna
and
pull
take that
away from
shot.
them.
For the
Take it.
shot.
Yeah, we have to like
Yeah,
all
take
three.
it.
Alright, ready,
Portal, you
ready,
ready?
portal?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna queue
So
us in.
they-
Don't try to
Hit.
go around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I will. Hit
Go.
it.
It's a great call from Dupe. He says, I'm going to queue us in. Don't try to go around. He's controlling his teammates, right? He's prepping his teammates before you go in. And that's really nice. I wish more IGLs did that. Cool.
Breaker, breaker,
Put a wall
breaker,
down,
breaker,
dude. Put
breaker,
a wall down,
breaker.
put a wall down.
Okay, this is really nice from Panic. Like most
around.
people,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I will.
a lot of fraggers, what they'll do is they'll just like hold their position, right? A lot of people will just like shoot this, you know, like shoot this area and just stay here. Or maybe they'll go here, over here to shoot. Like they kind of turn off their brain. But I notice that Panic constantly gets new angles, which is really nice. So, but he doesn't commit on this angle. He immediately moves
Breaker, breaker,
Put a wall
breaker,
down,
breaker.
dude.
to deny them information of where he is, but then also
Put a wall down, put a wall down.
a better angle. Okay, look at how he's strafing, right? Like he's strafing left and right, but he's not strafing out too much. This is just like
Name
basic
him, name him.
FPS
Don't peek him,
fundamentals,
don't peek him.
and then he leaves.
Send one, send one.
If you go through the queue, it negates your arc star, which is really nice. So watch this arc star. So he gets arc.
Breaker, breaker,
Put a wall down, dude.
breaker,
Put a wall down, put a wall down.
So Gent, there's a great comm from Gent. He's using his teammate's ability with his comms. Panic gets caught here. A little straight into
Name
cover.
them, name them.
Uses his Q.
Don't peek him, don't peek him.
Really like
Yeah.
uses his Q to get rid of the
Send one.
arc star that
Send
he's
one.
stuck with,
Send two,
and
send two.
immediately goes back.
Try to slide in. Cracked one, cracked one. Rolling another nade.
So he's just playing his life right now.
Wait,
They
wait,
got
they're
thirded.
getting, they're like getting thirded.
That was a really good use of
Yeah, they
his
did.
abilities to play his life.
Behind him, they one died. Yep, Ash died.
Am I kidding? Good job.
Yeah, and they're just
We get
stalling.
this show?
Yeah.
If we're getting queued
So this is
Well,
like
like it-
really, really nice. Okay. So one of the things that teams can learn is that like just because you start a fight or a fight has been started, it does not mean you need to finish it. You know, I wish this is something that the like actually I would like to hear this from anybody on the team is like just stall, right? Or something similar to that. Like chill, 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 like just play defense. I don't fucking care. But as long as everyone's on the same page and you calm the very obvious thing, which is like don't overextend, you know, like you're just playing your life. They don't have to calm this. I'd like for them to calm it no matter what, but they don't have to calm it because everyone's default, right, isn't to make a play, right? I think that's like the biggest mistake with good fraggers. A lot of people believe good fraggers and good teams make good plays, right? Like that they make these giant plays because it's what you see on Reddit or Twitter or whatever. But a default play, like a default state of how you play your game is you just play your life. That's it, right? If you notice how Panic moved, yes, he's getting a new angle,
Getting thirded.
right? But it's only possible because he's
Yeah,
like
they did.
playing his life.
Behind him, they one died.
I know
Yep.
it sounds so basic. It sounds so basic. But unfortunately, most pros lack this fundamental.
Ash died.
Am I kidding? Good job. We can just show.
If we're getting queued into.
Nice, he said good job.
Bro, if I could explain to you, bro, oh my god.
Back up.
Okay, so
we
this
try to
isn't how
go
they
now?
practice rotate.
Come
Hold
to
on,
me,
dude.
come to me. Speak.
Bro,
Yeah,
oh my god.
Can we peek him? Can we try and kill him now?
Can we peek them? I wish this was a command rather than a question, right? Because right now this is a scrim, but if it's LAN or something like that, he needs to be more assertive.
Come
Hold on,
to
It's
me.
like, hey, we're gonna peek
Come to
this.
me. Speak.
Okay, strafing into cover. I think he overstrafed this, to be honest. He
I gotta back
overstrafed
up.
some cover,
We need to kill him.
but
That's
which is
right.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, he's strafing. into
That's a
cover,
duo.
so
We
it's
know
fine.
that's a duo,
Alright,
right?
alright, we're here, we just queue into them.
Okay, great. This is great. So he's constantly re-engaging. Again, this is the enemy. This is you. Here's the issue, right? let's say there's two ways to fight. Everyone's default state, not everyone, but most people's default state when they fight is like, okay, we're gonna engage once. But most real good fights are like, we're gonna engage, disengage, re-engage, that sort of a thing. It's not about the amount of times that you engage and disengage and re-engage, right? It's just about having that disengage in mind. Your default state needs to be to not commit. It's literally to test. They're testing and they are pressuring their environment, right?
Yeah.
Does that make
Even though they have a stable spot, most teams would just either turtle here or full send. But they have this halfway, which is much more flexible.
Yep. I'm gonna
Again, this needs to be your default. This is something you can talk about with your team outside of the game.
use cat wall just for the front, and we just queue into their side.
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
3.
Yep.
So we're talking about our utility, which is really, really good, right? Like position and utility. And the thing is, though, before people make a play like this, right? Before they make a push, people don't talk about this shit. I don't know why, but
2.
No, their side, dude.
really
Behind
good.
him, behind.
Throw
Get
one.
him.
Throw that.
Really good. That was so good.
Bro, dude, you gotta listen.
Said Q. I thought you meant my Q. I did listen to this.
Q into this. I got him. Anyone have a purple
No,
stock?
I thought you
Okay,
meant.
okay, I know
Newcastle
what you meant.
Q.
Does anyone have a purple
Alright,
stock?
next.
For my team?
No, I blue stock.
Yeah,
It's
I
know,
do.
I know what you mean. That's so
Yummy.
funny. Okay,
Alright, we're chilling.
one
Me or
second.
third party, something here. A lot of shooting north still.
Prioritize the nades. Why you only have one grenade?
We can play
end
here now
zone?
with the wall.
Natural
Why
cover
you
here.
don't
Like,
need that
I mean,
many
someone-
Me or
fucking?
third party, something here. A lot of shooting north still.
You don't even. Yeah, thank you. You need the nades. You don't need that much fucking heavy ammo. Prioritize nades. What the fuck?
Put a
Okay,
wall
this
and play
team-
natural cover. You can try and look for it. You're
there,
ahead
there
right
is
now.
natural cover here, like on the side. We have to play on this side though. There,
I like that Panic is like constantly
we could
looking
fight for that.
for shit,
This building free.
which is really
Is
good.
this building free, Panic?
No. I'm twacking.
Oh, I gotta swap.
Again, more.
I'm trying to be
He's just constantly scouting, you know. But if you are scouting, you just have to be really good at playing your life.
ready
Tell
for
us,
if
yeah.
Panic gets knocked.
Tell us
They're
what's
fighting
going
over
on.
there.
Cat walling on this building over here. It's like on this
Walk
corner.
up
So he
There's
There's
gets
a Kraber on
damaged
bridge.
here. He walks
Swap,
up
give me pumps.
Team on this corner.
and immediately leaves. Do you see how he doesn't commit to this? Like this has to be your default. He literally pokes and leaves.
There's
He
EMP
gets
and Cat walling
information.
on this building over here.
Yes, he telegraphed what he's doing,
Chilling.
but
Peeked out
he's
the
getting a
balcony.
different angle automatically, right? Walking up. This is actually really good if you're on roller, right? You just walk up.
No cat wall.
Walking above me.
When he peeked,
Right
get him!
Good.
Nice.
He's
Cat's
using sound to
even
his
you, cat's even you.
advantage. But look how he's not rushing, right? A lot of people with Panic, like in Panic's position, right, would queue here, you know, and just like full send. But do you notice how he doesn't just full rush after he gets it down?
Good.
trying to
Like
catch
he's
up.
top.
taking his time. He's wait like look, he waited for his team. Like this is shit. Fuck me, dude. It's such a subtle thing,
Pablo
but he
slow.
waited for his team. Fuck.
Alright, we just have to
Left-
keep the right
left looking
shoot.
clear.
We have to force the team to the right to left.
Hello.
He's already
Shit.
porting away.
We gotta.
Oh, okay, fuck. I missed it. Does anyone remember the timestamp that I was on? Wait, I can go into my own stream and then find it. Right? Can't I do that? What was the timestamp I was on? Does anybody remember? What was the timestamp? 28. Right? 28? What is that timestamp? Fuck. Come on, give me that timestamp, baby. No, that's my timestamp. I want to know what their timestamp is. No. Oh shit, I had it. What does that say? Can this bar go away? Fuck. What is that? 3:32. Holy shit. Detective work. Good job, Alvarine. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna go back a little bit. Take a look at this.
Fighting over there.
Yeah.
1 second in this
Walk
corner.
up a little
There's a
bit.
Kraber on bridge.
I'm still walking, give me pumps.
Team on this corner.
Doesn't overcommit. Leaves immediately.
There's EMP and Cat walling on this building over here.
Re-engages.
chilling.
He's
Beat
really
down
good.
the balcony.
Oh, they're
No cat wall.
fucking above me.
Punishes that
Get him,
person.
Nice.
Okay,
Cat's
cool.
even you. Cat's even you.
Right here, look, he's waiting for his team to go in. He doesn't rush in right away, right? Like he has so much restraint,
Good.
Trying to catch
and
up.
now he
Stop.
goes in. Now he goes in knowing that his teammates are
Stopping
with him.
Renock.
They got through it. They got.
No.
Nice. Good shit.
Nice, good shit.
Come in.
Are we good?
Just chill here. We just
They're
chill
mid.
here. We
They're
plan
mid.
my
Mid donut. Mid
They're
donut.
mid.
Yeah,
We're
careful,
fine.
mid
We're
donut.
fine.
Good call from Dupe. He just says what we're doing. You know, a lot of IGLs don't do that. They're just like, good job, cool. Like it's like this is what we're doing.
Reset.
You update.
Remember, we can go left with the.
Nades. Yeah,
Yeah,
you see my yellow
take
ping? We're
turns.
just gonna.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Is there cover there?
Yes, I mean we have a Newcastle wall
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wall right, dude.
I do.
Okay. Mid is
Frags,
still staring
dude,
at us.
get
Careful, across.
nades. Thank you.
90% of my cat wall.
Get more nades.
I
Get
can-
fucking
I can
3
just
nades
go-
for
hey,
end
Hey, where
zone.
we going?
Get
We
a
have
port
natural
there.
cover too.
We'll just like clear our right then. Look,
Chat,
KP,
take a shot every time somebody says natural cover, and then I think by the end of this VOD review we'll be alcoholics.
KP on the right. Look right. Look right. Look right.
I'm not
Body on this
thinking,
building.
Watch your left. They
I
have
got Kraber.
they have Kraber on bridge.
but- Okay.
I'm a wall.
Let's skip
Oh,
up
and the
next.
Kraber's look.
I just kind of want to look at his engagements. Like, I'm not
Yep,
gonna
okay.
look at their macro too much, but he's
Yeah,
scouting
Sewage right
again.
now, I'm at
Sparrow team east.
Yeah, scouting doesn't come down to it just comes down to your legend. That's really it. Like who's the person who's going to scout?
Yeah, I think
It's
we
the
have
one
to
that
go
has
to
like the
sewer.
most
I have the queue.
survivability.
Oh, he's pushing.
Down here.
Oh, I think we go to panic.
ripping.
Jen. Let's
Look
go.
how much he's walking.
Let's go,
I
let's
go.
like
Ultra
yeah,
just killed
this
someone.
is great.
No,
They
no,
might
just go,
they might
just
fight
go,
on
just
bridge.
go.
I'm going.
Jen needs the full heal pin.
I'm just running. Yeah. I have to hit him.
I killed
Really
him on
good
top of
aim.
bridge.
Nice. Can you queue us up then?
There's some.
Can we go up? Can we
you?
queue up?
Yeah. We're on you.
Okay, so he doesn't use
I'm
it
going.
right away. Oh. He waits for his team. I mean look at that. He just
Can we
waits
go
for his
up? Can
team.
we?
Jen needs the.
Like I wish more people who got entry damage onto like just waited for their team. If they just took a couple of seconds, literally 2 seconds, to make sure that everybody's together, that you're doing team plays rather than individual plays, right? If there's anybody's watching this, like in your with your team, if there's anything that you guys can do, try to focus on, is try to do stuff together as a team rather than individual, right?
Full heal pin.
I'm just running. Yeah.
Like this is an individual play,
I killed him on
fine,
top of
whatever.
bridge.
Nice. Can you queue us up then?
There's some.
Can we go up? Can we
you?
queue up?
Yeah. We're on you. We're on you.
I'm going. One more. Kill him, dude.
Go up.
No, I took the
Bro,
Q.
come up.
He's tracking. Come up.
Res me, dupe. You should res me, dupe.
Dude, he's one.
No, I need to kill this.
He's dead zone.
Res me. There's a team in bridge. Bro, you. Oh my god. Like I'm dying to zone and you. Bro, drop to sewer.
Drop down. Sewer.
He couldn't prioritize him. I don't think that was right. I don't think Panic made the right call there. I think killing that team for 3 KP and then an additional placement was the right call. Yeah, I'm glad Duke ignored him. That was the right call. Because what they're doing is just point maxing, right? Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the next engagement. Oh, they died. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, they kind of turtle. Their POI kind of demands it of them. Fine. He finds another devotion.
130.
The big building.
Killing it. Okay, let's see how they
Careful,
handle
careful,
this.
Which building?
Does anybody in chat have any questions?
No one's in there, right?
If you do, just type it. Blah 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 blah.
Dude, we could-
If I TP to this bottom right corner, like, is there something playable we can play instantly?
I'll have to check when you get
Start
drone.
pinging.
Bro,
Ping
He has it on
again.
red ping.
Like right here.
Okay,
If I
let me look.
TPS here, bottom of.
Bro,
They're
you
fighting
might
for
be
it now.
able to
They just crossed. They
TP
just
us
crossed
top.
for it. This team's race porting.
Just wait, just wait, just wait. I think we do it. Are you ready? I'm gonna have drone. I'm gonna EMP it while we TP. Get ready.
See, all right, there's still a full
We gotta
team
do
here. I
it.
don't know what their race TP went.
No, man.
Bruh.
Can we just walk it in?
No, I don't think we can. I'm
There's still a
keeping
team
us
on
to
our
this. To the
Okay.
to the
They
stairs.
hit TP.
Watch our back. Okay, we're good, we're good. They
They
pulled.
hit TP. They hit race TP. Can we play for
Look
the
at our
height?
roof.
Can we play
The
the
roof is
height?
good.
It is not good. That's got Devo. Silent Devo from the left.
Yeah, we're doing two different things here. Yeah.
Okay, we're good, we're good. They
They
pulled.
hit TP. They hit race TP. Can we play for
Look
the
at our
height?
roof.
Can we
The
play the
roof is
height?
good.
Okay. Like this rotation is crazy. They overcommitted on us. They had way too much time. Like I think like the general rule is like if you rush it, you're probably gonna die. Like that's just the general rule in comp. But like 90% of the situations where people die, if they took like 2 seconds, like not even, to kind of scout or make sure that their team's together on something, they're not going, they're just gonna live longer.
No, I don't
Take
think we
a look
can.
at this.
I'm
There's still a
keeping
team
us
on
to
our
this.
left.
To the
Okay.
to the stairs.
I can sense a little bit of ego from Panic. I understand why he did this, which is good, but it's like the tone. So
TP.
I can hear him getting around.
Watch our back. Okay, we're good, we're good. They
They
pulled.
hit TP. They hit
Cause
race TP. Can we play for
Look
the
at our
height?
roof.
Actually, I don't know if that's
Play the
I
height?
think it's just him and being insistent. I don't know him well enough. Okay, so here Dupe overcommits on something, right? This is like again, if you're like there are times to commit for sure, right? But most of the time you can kind of just take your time.
It is not good. That's got Devo.
Yeah.
Silent Devo from the left.
Like if I think Gent still had his wall.
To the
right?
stairs.
If they like took
TP.
a couple of seconds to wall this,
Watch our back.
they
Okay,
could've,
we're good,
like,
we're good.
fought this
They
thing.
They
pulled.
hit TP. They hit race TP. Can we play for
Look
the
at our
height?
roof.
Can we play the
It's
Yeah,
good.
they're rushing this.
It is not
Yeah.
good. That's got Devo. Silent Devo from the left.
Well, unfortunately, they rushed that shit. Okay. Any questions from chat? Why does nobody carry nades? Oof. Genuinely don't know. Okay, they die here. Let's see why. Let's take a look. Same spot as before. They played this a billion times, or this type
Sounds like they're
of
walking
thing.
up north.
He's walking up.
See that knock me?
EMP. Two of them. They're
Okay, one of the tricky things about being a crypto is that it's really safe to assume that if you're holding a spot, that because you have information, you will be coordinated enough as a team to defend yourself. Obviously they die because we had like a little bit of a sneak peek, right? But I think it's really important as soon as you stabilize, one, you need to talk about your biggest threat. You need to talk about how to have a plan about to handle the biggest threat. A lot of pro teams at land, at least, will talk about their biggest threat, their BT, right? But rarely do they ever have some sort of plan that they agree on. Like, and these are mostly if statements, right? Like, hey, if this team pushes this from the west, we play here. Like those if statements are like, if the enemy does this, right? We do this with our position and our utility. We give up the space, we defend the space, we use this ability, we don't use this ability. That sort of a thing. Yeah, that's like the flow chart, right? But most people are stuck on this. And then when shit hits the fan, like we all do different things.
They're just playing here.
So I'm making a prediction.
That's a portal.
This is why they died.
72 on cat.
Okay,
No.
cool. Biggest threat going down, right? Play. Don't play.
I'm good. I'm good. Send you guys.
Yeah.
They're sending. They're rate portaling. I got.
So going down, like again, they're like I don't know why gents on roof is like way too risky, obviously, right? Like it's way too risky. He doesn't need to be on roof because they have a crypto, right? So we have the crypto drone giving us information, which is zero risk, but playing on roof to get like picks, you know what I mean, is just way too risky. And going down is too risky. If you go down once, like even if you have a lifeline, it gives permission for enemies to come in and take your space and or wipe you, and wipe you.
Stuff the portal. Stuff the portal.
Oh, I got stuck.
Why don't we have queues?
Got to see
I
that
don't
knock
know.
me.
No queues.
They're sending.
There's no queues. What? Why are there no queues? Like catalyst queues. I'm so confused.
Landing.
This is
They're
not
wraith
good.
portaling. I gotta get out.
Just stuff the portal. Stuff the
Nading.
portal.
Nades. Use your nades to defend yourself.
Oh, I got stuck.
Okay. Also, like,
They're
play on
sending.
the stairs. Okay, so this is the other thing. Like, if we go down, just like play on the stairs. If he played on the stairs instead of down here, he's overexposing himself, right?
They're wraith portaling. I gotta get out.
Just stuff the portal. Stuff the
Nading.
portal.
He's overexposing himself. He doesn't
Oh, I
need to
got
do that.
stuck.
Just play on the stairs. Yeah, this is why you talk about your positioning and utility beforehand. So when shit does hit the fan, like there's no panicking, right? Haha, sorry for the pun, right? But you guys are on the same page. And now Panic just has to play his life and leave, right? So, not good. Yeah, and playing Roof there is insane. Insane to play Roof there. Okay, we get a little reset, hopefully. This is why we talk about our threats. The spikes, yeah, that place be hella naked, yeah. It takes time to match the pacing, just like Koi and Zainu was sometimes. Yeah, it does take time, Crown, but a lot of it can take less time if you just talk about this stuff outside of the game, right? If you have some sort of structure, you know, that's the point of a coach, and not even a coach, right? Like that's the point of a good IGL or a good teammate. You talk about how you think about the game, how do we hold space, right? Like what's the first thing that you do when you stabilize? In my opinion, do you talk about your biggest threat, and you talk about how you handle that biggest threat? Sometimes you just anchor, sometimes you stand post, right? Sometimes you give up space. It's all very situational, but you just need to be in the same page about shit. Because whatever your idea is, even if you are on the same page, like without talking about it, your plan might suck, right? So the plan that you say out loud, if you say it out loud, you're like, oh, actually, we can play over here instead. Instead of playing the first floor, we can play on the stairs. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is a better idea. You know, it's about improving. Okay, he doesn't overcommit on this. Good little nade drop. Backs off immediately, right? Plays life. Interesting. He knows that they're going to climb. He's going to punish them. Yeah, he doesn't overcommit. He knows if he damages them a little bit, right? It's going to do. He's going to get the points for it. They already have good points here. I think they have like what 6, 7. I don't like this peak. Well, he knows that they have to move, but he could have just kept moving. That peak is so predictable. Just heal and look left. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a third party. That's why I felt comfortable. I don't have the sound on right now. Okay, great. I don't like the pathing from his teammates. They're right behind him. I think if one went left, instead of just like following him entirely, they could have out-angled. I don't like train pathing during fights. And what I mean by that is here's the enemy, here's Panic, and then here's his teammates, right? I don't like train pathing. Like a really good example is the last split that Imperial Hal was on TSM with the Reps and Verhulst, they would constantly do this train pathing, and instead of like taking space, right? And like pressuring from all sides. Whenever they did this, like Hal would be the first one to do damage, right? And catch people off guard, and then he would leave, and then Reps would come in or Verhulst would come in, right? And then they would get the damage because like by the time Hal left, these guys were paying attention to what's happening at this angle. Um, which is really, really problematic. Um, and then Hal was wondering, like, well, how are you guys taking so much damage? It's like, well, you know, you guys are pathing poorly. Cool. Immediately gets a new angle. He doesn't hold that angle forever, which is really nice. Look at this. Like it's tempting to stay on this angle forever, right? But just out of habit, immediately gets a new angle. Cool. Moves. Immediately plays his life. Cool. He knows that Gent can watch him, watch over him. Should take a look at this. I don't, okay, I was gonna say, I don't like, this pathing could be a bit more, like he passed to here when he should be pathing to here immediately, right? He goes to A when he should be going to B. See what I mean? He corrects himself, which is good, but okay. That was a good play. It'd be great if he had more grenades instead of fucking 300 heavy ammo. You know what I mean? Maybe he could do more great grenade shots. I really like this. Okay, look at that. Look how much he doesn't commit. This is so nice. I think they win this one. I love seeing this from um, people like hunting around, right? He shoots and then leaves. Look how much he disengages in this. Immediately goes to his teammates, tries to find a new angle, right? Loots around a little bit, whatever. Goes back to his teammates. And then he goes back out to look for more kills, right? Gent is watching over him actively. And just good to give Panic a lot of freedom and trust here. Plays slowly, peeks, and then immediately leaves. He doesn't even get a shot in because he knows he needs to play his life, which is good. Does a little bit of terrible movement. Peeks this until he gets like 50 damage. That's how much he's prioritizes his life, right? That's like the main thing that I want people to take away. Like, fuck his aim. Yeah, his aim is fine. Whatever. Cool. Whatever. But it's his ability to play his life. That's the biggest thing. Immediately, okay, cool. Punishes that guy for over peaking. They play on this. He prioritizes healing. Yes, they're rezzing, but I think if you let these guys res, you can actually win the game instead of making it like a 2v2. Because if you kill these guys, right, then you have the building team to deal with, and these guys have a superior position to you. But if you let these guys live, right, you could potentially get them to like to poke each other, or you kill them and you get like 3 more points, like 2 more points. Right, cool. Oh, this is really nice. We got a client, like he walks up, I'm guessing, instead of runs up. More people need to walk. Walks up, walks up, tests, walks up again, punishes them, backs up immediately. That was a nice little back jump. I don't see that a lot from rollers. I really wish I did. A little back jump there. I'm going to show that to CJ actually. See if you can seal that. I don't see that really from CJ a lot. Actually, we'll go over CJ's VODs after this because they play very similarly. CJ's insane. Insane. He's the new addition to our team. Quite happy that he's on our team. Yeah, and there you go. Just fried everybody. That's the main takeaway. Just play your life. What do you think about fellas consistently trading their life? I think people who trade their life aren't just stupid, who consistently uh, uh 300 heavy on the Peter goes crazy. Yeah, that's true. What do you think about fellows consistently trading their life? I think people who trade their life aren't just stupid, they have a fundamentally flawed understanding of the game, right? Because, like, again, most people, like, their default is to make plays. Like, oh, we have to do this thing, right? Like, this is what we need to do, right? We do this, we make plays. But honestly, you will get so much farther if you focus on what we don't do. And I'm not saying you play like a bitch. I'm not saying you turtle. And I'm not saying you look for shit. But you just don't go down. Don't go down. Right? That's it. If you try to like focus the majority of your game on not going down, you can actually have way more freedom to be aggressive. But if you're going down all the time, It's stupid. But listen, like trading makes sense. This is actually Designful had this issue. Like he had a fundamentally flawed understanding of the game. Like here's the enemy, right? Let's say like enemy over here, right? And then there's like a building, whatever. Your team comes in. Let's say this is you, like you're the entry fragger, quote unquote. I fucking hate that phrase, right? But let's say you go in and you guys trade, right? This makes sense from this point of view, right? And it might justify, even if you, let's say you get this guy to half damage, whatever. Right? Hell, let's say you kill 2 people before your teammates come in. That might make sense if you go down. But you forget this is comp, and there's like a billion other fucking people coming in, right? Like this is comp. At a pro level, these are high density lobbies. And if you're not a pro, let's say you're in tier 2, or let's say you're in fucking EU for some reason, EU or APAC South, where the quality of the scrims and the lobbies are pretty piss low, right? If that's the case, and there's not a high density lobby, you still need to train yourself to not go down. Because if you're going down in fights like that very consistently, that is a skill issue. You can still wipe a team quickly, right, without going down and costing your team the entire game, which is dumb. Like, think more macro, think outside of the fight. That's why I hate the phrase entry fragger with every fucking ounce of my being. If I could find every person who identifies as an entry fragger, I would time travel back to the moment they were born and just snuff them out. I fucking hate that phrase. There are fraggers. Everybody on the team should be able to frag. Everybody on your team should be able to hit shots. Everybody on your team should be able to play their life. Those are skills. He was really nice. I think Pat probably asked him to check what was inside, which he did. Now he's looking for alternate angles.
We have
No,
to
no, no.
survive
We
the
need
class.
to kill this. Panda, come back.
I killed him.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
They
That's
shouldn't be able to
good.
get the reset. Betting. It's a bang Newcastle on this truck here. We bait out their fucking bang.
I'm
Could
a
you-
EMP.
could you
I'm
wall
a
it soon?
EMP.
Man, I really like Gent. He's so good.
Okay. Yeah, I can walk to him. Wait, he just got cracked. Bang just got cracked. Try to get
Bang
away.
one, bang dead.
Cool. Kind of doing what he needs to do.
120, 100.
And then he's using the scan to get here. This is really nice.
Newcastle, 100
I
Newcastle.
killed two. I killed
I'm
two.
nading.
I'm aping the wall, aping the wall.
I wish Panic calmed more what he was doing rather than because like he can get away with it right now, but in higher density lobbies, I don't think he can get away with it, right? Because he needs to calm what he's doing, and then that way his teammates are aware. The counter argument could be that, well, his teammates should be aware no matter what, but it's one of those behaviors that saying what you're doing can only help you and your team, right? My eyes hurt.
Cat wall.
I've been up all night. I'm in APAC South, but my time zone
success.
that I'm awake is for EU
Ballistic just died somewhere.
because my team is in EU.
Top 5.
Leak probably in the building.
Okay,
No,
we have
details.
Pro
I have
League
one-
tomorrow, which I'm quite excited about,
very
and
end,
Sunday. Let's see how they die.
No,
I'm not even know if
looking
I'm
for.
One rat.
Blah blah blah. They have to go right here. They can't go
I'm
left.
in a hard 80.
Oh, they did go right. Yeah.
There's
could
one
you
in the
Play
back.
this zone. You're right. Okay, so if they clear inside here, right? If these guys don't come out, then they have to go left here, right? To clear their back. If this team is smart, they have to go this way. They can't fight that way, right? And force it because they know that they'll get pinned. So, like, TSM should anticipate that these guys are coming this way. Again, they've stabilized here. It doesn't look like a spot, but as soon as you stabilize, again, we're going to go through this. You talk about your biggest threat. You talk about your biggest threat, or whatever you want to call it. Step number 1 and step number 2, you have a plan to deal with it, right? And make sure you're all on the same page. This is their biggest threat right now. right? You can't just identify. You need to say like, okay, we commit on the fight. We fight, or we leave. We give up the space and we play the left side of the wall. I think they fight. I think they should fight this, right? But whatever the plan is, just like stick
I mean,
to
we're
it.
safe here. We're safe here.
Okay, okay. We've established this is a safe space for now, and we stabilize it. But I want to see if they can't, if they one identify this threat, and two, if they have a plan and they execute on that plan together.
They can peek to this, careful, they can peek to this window. I'm gonna hard ADS it. Craver.
They destroy this. Watch. Watch it till it's not in.
Beans on.
They might flood out. Get ready, get ready. They might flood out.
Okay, so that's a threat.
Shoot it.
I almost have
All
EMP.
right, cool. That's no longer a threat.
Fuck is that cute?
Yeah, there's no way that's a threat anymore. This is the new threat. This is the new threat. Is anybody talking about it? No. I guarantee these guys died.
I don't know where the rat is.
They walled out. They walled out.
Left.
They're
Oh,
jumping.
there's a wall. If these guys wall, they could play on the left side. So that's nice. I didn't anticipate that. But this is still a big
Out
threat.
on our side.
Yeah, Brad's right here, Brad's right, it's a ballistic.
Oh. Oh my god. I was giving them the benefit of that. I thought they were gonna wall and go left, but they just full turn. Oh man. Chat. Who wants to make a bet against me? Anybody want to know? Anybody want to ask? Emiya, what a familiar scene in Without Dying. I can't believe a dog and a bull is saying all of this. Oh, what's up, Tita? Hey, everybody in chat, here's the word, right? Tita means auntie, right? In Tagalog, which Steffi is Filipino, and Tagalog is our national language, right? So she likes to be called Tita, which means auntie. So if you guys see her on Twitter or on Twitch or anything like that, please call her Tita. I can say that because she's my cousin, right? So there you go. You guys can call me Tito, which means uncle, right? But she likes to be called Tita. So there you go. Right, Steph? Am I right? Actually, don't do that. That's really don't call her Tita.
Singing us, singing us.
Oh my god, they died. Surprise, surprise.
I don't know where the rat is.
They walled out. They walled out.
Left.
They're jumping out on our side.
Yeah, Brad's right here, Brad's right, it's a ballistic.
They're singing us, singing us.
Oh man. I got knocked. I got knocked.
No, kill one. Nading.
There's a solo
Oh,
right here.
did they not clear their left side here? What the fuck? They moved right without clearing left? Oh, yikes.
Bro, there's a solo like next to us the whole time.
What was this solo?
Was there really?
That's fucked.
Yeah.
They could have gotten fourth and like an extra kill. They could have gotten like 2 extra points. That's rough. That is tough. So again, like here was the fence that they were on. Oopsies. I don't like I can't see anything. Oh my god. Am I dumb? Here's the other fence. This is where they died, right here. Here's the tree, right? Here, right? And then the other fence is over here. Like they're going from A to B, right? The thing is, though, a lot of people make this mistake. I've covered this before, but if you're going from A to B and that's your plan, you need to make sure that your back is clear first. This whole area is clear before you make that move. Why? Because one, like you know that if you clear this side, that this whole area, like this half of the circle is free for you, right? Because if they clear these guys, they control half of the circle, right? And then the other reason is to neutralize any threats that could mirror them, right? Because if there's a whole team ratting on their left side here, like that other team could have gone to B as well and then pinched them, or even if it was a duo or a solo, they could have griefed them. So before you go from A to B, make sure that your back is clear. Just look. You don't have to like do this whole complicated thing to clear your enemies. You just have to look in that direction. Not complicated. Okay, so they die early, but let's see how they lose this fight. Okay. Any questions?
We just want to get
Looks
up
like it
here
might
and
fool.
fuck 'em.
They have
Go
big-
right.
Are you drawn out?
Wait, you're
Give me one
so
sec.
far away.
I have a Text.
Quarantine is beacon.
Oh
They
my
could
god,
be meeting us
yeah,
for
I
this
can't
evo.
hit it.
Quarantine is beacon. They might be meeting us for this evo. They are.
There.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we know we're
I
on
think we
whites.
gotta
I'm
slide
trying to back
down.
up.
I think we gotta slide down.
Careful.
We gotta slide down to the choke. We
Alright.
gotta slide down to the choke.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
they're
following
walking
behind you.
I
on
don't
white
know if
right
I can
now,
get
Can we
which
not
is not
go
great.
forward into like a building?
We could. Make it zip for me. I'm gonna hit this UAV.
Whoa!
Oh,
He did not
Panic.
need to
good.
turn
Yeah,
around.
I'm following behind you.
They need
I
to
don't-
they need to commit to this disengage.
I don't know if I can get.
Can we not
this.
go
There's like
forward
no
into like a
profit.
building?
It's okay for him. It's honestly okay for Panic to turn around here, but when he's in cover, like him turning around while he's in open space is not good.
We could. Make
Not
it zip
good.
for me. I'm gonna hit
And
this
then he just
UAV.
gets punished for it.
Oh,
Panic.
you good?
Yeah.
Panic.
Trying to stay alive for that
Good.
UAV. Panic.
Running
Ooh, we
at
gotta
me.
watch our back. We gotta look at our back,
They're
dude.
sprinting at me, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, they should be
We
sprinting.
gotta hold
at
the
you.
building.
Yeah, I think we're dead.
I think I'm dead.
Yeah, we played that
Let's
poorly.
just go back to space.
Me, Nessie, me.
Okay. Tent dies.
My
Oh,
God.
we're fucked.
Okay, so one of the things that you can try to handle as a threat is caches, especially if you're on white. You know, you need to prepare your team for that. So you need to talk about like, hey, if there's a team at this cache, what do we do? How do we handle that? Right? But if you noticed, like Panic went right, Dupe went left, and Gent went left, that means like they weren't on the same page about how they were going to handle possible threat at that Evo cache before they got there. So that one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we can just zip row and then I'll zip line us.
Look, they're fighting.
Like the only reason this team will ever get inconsistent results is because they're not on the same page about stuff all the time, right? Like every time that they forget to take a couple of seconds to make sure that they're all on the same page before every rotation or during every rotation, right? And during every fight, before every fight, whatever, um, they will have pretty shit results. Not shit results, but inconsistent results, right? So they don't need to worry about increasing their skill ceiling right now, meaning that they don't like it's clear they know how to win games. It's clear they know how to get like 12-point games. That's very clear, right? But what they need to do is like prevent those games where they only get 2 points or 0 points. They need to work on that. And a lot of that comes from how they calm and how they play as a team. Like right now, they have a really, really good foundation. And if they kind of improve on increasing their skill floor, their skill ceiling will naturally increase, right? Because they have a good way of viewing the game. They're point maxing, as every team should do. I've talked about this with other teams before, but like most people play the game in a way to like they get their position first and they hope that their position will give them points. To me, that's hopium. You should be playing the game to get the max amount of points. And then that will inform your positioning, what fights you take, and even how you take your fights. This is great. Good job by Panic. I think that's one of the like biggest downfalls of people who frag is they confuse speed with timing, you know? And that's the main thing that we can learn from Panic is that he really takes his time. He doesn't rush anything. There's a reason why he's an amazing fragger, and it's not because of his aim. It's because of how much time he takes to do stuff individually and and to play as a team. All right, that's really all I wanted to go over. Does anybody in the chat have any questions? They need rules to make sure everyone is on the same page 90% of the time. Yeah, it's just a little bit of structure. They don't even need much, right? So honestly, if they have like a couple of conversations every single week outside of the game, not even in the game, but outside of the game about how they view fights, how they view rotations, and I'm not talking about VOD reviews, right? I'm not even like literally just talk, you know, I think they will do really, 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 really well. They're already doing well, but again, they need to focus more on their skill floor to increase their consistency rather than their skill ceiling. We're going to look at my player, CJ Racked. CJ is great. Really good addition to the team. So I want to show you how similar they are, but how well they play their life. CJ is so good at, and also like my team's pretty good at fighting. We have a lot of other issues that we're like working on. This is going to be this weekend. Tomorrow is going to be our first day playing at, as this iteration of the team. So I'm really excited for that. And I think if we minimize our mistakes, again, we're focusing on the same thing, which is raising our skill floor rather than increasing our skill ceiling, right? Just increasing our consistency, right? If we can work on that, if we're very consistent and minimizing our mistakes tomorrow and Sunday, because we're playing both Saturday and Sunday, I think we can be consistently top 5, maybe even top 3, like on the day. But again, it's really going to come down to minimizing those mistakes because we know how to play well. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these fights of how my team takes fights. I don't want to just look at other people. I want to show you like this stuff works even for us, right? Also, CJ just needs more attention. This guy's like a freak. And I'm not talking about his aim. Yes, his aim is great. Fine. Who cares? Like, who literally gives a shit? But it's his intelligence. It's the same thing with Jen Burton. I wish Jen Burton's aim wasn't godly because he would be in the conversation for one of the smartest players in the game. It's because he has amazing aim that people don't look at how intelligent of a player he is, right? If he didn't have like crazy aim, he would still be one of the best players in the world. If he just had like mediocre aim, like genuinely. Okay, cool. Adam doesn't respect threats here well enough, but we had a nice conversation about that. But Adam's just one of those people who has no ego. CJ has no ego as well, right? Adam's just one of those people that if you tell him and you explain it to him thoroughly and he really gets it, right, he'll fix it within an hour. I'm not even joking. Most people it takes like months to work on stuff or weeks to work on stuff, but with Adam, you just point something out and you kind of take your time to make sure he understands it. Okay, so here's a really good example. We take this fight, we're sieging a building, but I want to show you how slowly we take this fight. Even after we get it down, we don't use that to turn off our brains and like fucking full int. We're closing in on the space. A down is not an excuse to int, it is an excuse to take space. It is a reason to take space. So we're really taking our time
Yeah,
here,
I'm
and
actually
we're
that.
playing as a team. We're not doing individual plays. We're playing as a team. We're watching each other.
Yeah, I can watch over you.
You hear that? See, I can watch over you. These are team plays.
I'm giving up my building and I'm going on roof. I took over your spot, CJ. You can walk with
Yeah.
him if you want.
So Cal is giving him permission to move up,
Yeah.
John Ash TP'd for like.
which is a
What?
great calm.
Careful, you.
Adam is being Italian, so
Well, on your roof, on your roof, on your
Yeah,
roof.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fine.
What, low. Dead.
Nice. We can put him down.
Yeah.
I'm zipping in.
I'm gonna climb up. I'm gonna climb up. Yeah.
Ajo, Messi, go on.
Yeah, I'm climbed up. I'm with Kala.
says I'm with Kala to inform his teammates of where decisions are. Why does he say instead of saying I'm with you, he's saying I'm with Kala? He's signaling to Adam that he's not with him. Right? So he's accomplishing two things at once. He's saying, I'm with you, Kala, but I'm also not with you, Adam. I know it seems inconsequential, but that little bit of information tells Adam to play his life better.
Yeah, don't take a 1v1, bro. Chill.
Yeah.
1HP.
He says, don't take a 1v1. He still takes a 1v1 because I saw his POV. Which is
Nice.
Reset on stairs.
Yeah.
Immediately we have that down, and he says reset on stairs. Like we are immediately stabilizing.
Yep. We can. I'm with him. Yep. Get a swap.
Popping a cell.
Yeah. We can take space up top. Me and you, Kala.
Yeah.
So I love this. CJ's not the IGL, Cal is, but CJ is giving out ideas, right? Like we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. And then Cal does it takes a lot of burden off of your IGL. Like this is actually a tip for teams. If you have an IGL and you guys peter out, like you lose energy around game 3 or game 4, A big reason for that is because your IGL is exhausted from thinking of coming up with ideas all the time. So, what can you do to prevent that? You can actually come up with ideas yourself. And then all he has to do is just make the choice, or she, you know, all they have to do, all your IGL has to do is just make a choice, you know,
Yeah.
instead of coming up with every fucking idea.
I'm just shitting.
That's good. We destabilize here.
Where's the other guy? Where's the other guy we knocked? Dash, dash.
Follow. Should be off.
Okay, look for the. Look.
Yeah.
Guys, look, guys, in the building.
Can we go back?
Yeah. I'm just gonna get this rampage.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably check chat if I have any questions. My bad. No question. All right, cool.
Bow's
I'm
not
just gonna
that
go
bad.
A little
I
bit
thought.
longer, and then I'm going to stop, and then maybe
It's pretty
get
good. They
some
buffed
sleep.
it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to summon like a zone wrapping from behind
Yeah, you
here.
should go back to him, CJ.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So look how much space we take. I don't think we would
Mind
be
your
able to take
peaks a
this
lot.
much
Like roof
space
is bait.
on game day tomorrow because people will play very differently. Like I don't count scrims that much in terms of I think they're valuable to allow us to work on issues, right? But I don't think they're valuable in giving information about how other people are going to play. Because people are just fucking insane in EU. And I'm not even saying good insane, just like genuinely brain dead.
Looking through a
So
window.
they just do random shit. And I'm gonna be honest, we do that too. We do random bullshit as well. So we definitely contributed to that.
Okay, much minus.
Yeah.
You-
Just
Alright, cool. So we just control the space. I'm gonna skip ahead because I'm bored and I've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
Okay, so we control the space, we're double holding. Oh, we take a fight. I forgot about this one. Okay, cool. Let's
yeah, I
take a
mean,
look at
we
this fight.
might just want to
Yeah,
send
one
it.
of them got knocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're third partying now, right? But a lot of people make this mistake in third partying just the full send.
I'm with you, Kala.
But again, even though we say send, we're playing as a team, we're taking our time.
Yeah, I'm seeing the top.
Yeah. I'm
We're
with.
going together.
What can I say?
Yeah.
What if you flop?
See, if we didn't go together, Cal would have been like caught out and we could have gotten 1v2.
Crypto dead.
But we made sure that we moved together
Dead,
at the same
kill.
I'm
time.
betting. I'm dead. No,
He's dead.
nice.
See?
I'm gonna.
Toilet,
We just took the time to make
Yeah.
sure.
Go toilet. I'll look around.
Yeah.
We should be good.
Cal got down because of the charge rifle, like he hit him here.
We're chilling as well.
Too close. We're not fine.
Yeah, Blammer.
Okay,
Wait for
listen to these comms. I want to listen to these comms.
I'm gonna take doors. Nice,
Yeah,
well played.
we're fine behind.
Wait for someone to close. We're not fine from behind. Wait for someone to close.
We're not fine from behind, right? He's managing threats in his head and he's communicating threats, right? So he's saying like there are threats around us. Be
Yep.
careful.
I need bats. I have 0. I need to lose.
I'm taking this Devo.
Blammer here, okay? Blammer here.
Okay. On Humbert, you mean?
Yeah, Blammer.
Okay.
Um,
I have 2
Okay.
of them.
Yeah, I can pop one.
Here. Pop.
Okay. So we know that we want to go here, right? This is over here. But again, this is exactly what we talked about before. We want to go from A to B. What was the lesson we learned? Before we go to A to B, we need to clear our back here. And that can just mean looking or actively clearing these guys to make sure that our back is clear during the walk-in, right? We fuck up the walk-in for a couple of reasons, but and we die later. I think we get like 3rd or 5th or whatever. But we still get extra points by clearing our back here. It's always a good habit just to look, and sometimes you fight, and which we do.
Just let me know when you want to
Am I
go,
looking at
because
the
I'm
chat?
gonna look at the back. Make sure this
Okay.
team does a mirror.
Yep.
We can play below them.
Basic.
Yeah, below them here is
So we have 2 people in front, you know, and we have 1
fully
person
playable.
entering the
Like
back.
this box is like I think we just play to walk in. I think we're in on me as well. We just hold our left and I think we
Yeah.
just walk
I'll just
in.
hold the back.
Okay, yeah, I'm scouting, I'm seeing how it is.
I saw this end game. Falcons like was able to fucking live below so much on land.
Yes, because
If
So Cal throws out an idea.
To
Newcastle,
live as
bro.
well.
Adam says no. Basically, it's because of Newcastle. But then,
Dead Newcastle Rampart.
No, they didn't. Nobody had Newcastle. Newcastle was already banned.
so we're iterating, right? We're like, again, we're having this conversation about what's happening as a team instead of just saying like, you know, this is what we're doing all the time. It's so much better to talk about shit out loud.
Okay.
Oh, they might
Like,
look
live
for it
like
on the
this.
back.
Like here in this corner as well.
Okay.
They might look for us in the back. They might look for us in the back.
I'm turning
Yeah,
around,
yeah,
turning
yeah,
around,
yeah.
turning
They are,
around,
they are,
turning
they are. I'm
around,
popping
turning
out. I'm popping out.
around. They are.
Look for this fight.
Close, I'm winning. Yeah, one
Throwing,
guy.
I'm throwing nades.
Yeah, I'm turning
Yeah,
it as
flag,
well.
flag,
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, look, we have nades. Unlike other people, right? This is what happens with nades.
Yeah, one guy was outside here. I don't see
Yeah,
him.
I
yeah.
love it,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, no, left. I'm swinging.
Okay, so here, normally I would say for people to hold this angle here, right? No more than 45 degrees, because then they have to peak more than 45 degrees, right? So they have to, from their end, they would have to peak more than 45 degrees, more than 90 degrees in order for them to do damage. And technically we have an advantage with the ring coming in, but we want to wipe this quickly. So what does CJ do? He strafes out here and he uses himself as bait, right? So again, I'm not a big fan of trades, but he does this on purpose, right? To bait them, to get them to
Swinging
leave,
them.
because he knows that both of his teammates are to his right.
Yeah.
So this is one of the few exceptions I'm okay with.
They're all cracked. They're all low, all low, all low, all low. You kill them, kill them, kill them. Last guy. Nice.
Nice.
Oh
The
my
cat wall's
God,
gone.
good
We're safe here, safe
I'm
here.
resting,
And then we fuck up this rotation because we rushed we rushed this again. Look how much time we had. The ring is still coming in. We still had so much time to control this rotation and like how we were going to use our abilities. This wall was too short. Yeah, this wall was way too short, and we could have taken our time here, and we could have ported as well. We could have naded and then ported, right? We could have naded everybody. We could have stacked nades to deny space, ported, and then fought them. But that didn't happen, right? So we mantle. Again, this is never a 3v3. This is them, this is us. The rest of the lobby is over here. And then you'll see what happens. We mantle, which I'm not a big fan of here. We feel rushed. We could have taken our time. We climb and we get beamed. Not just by them, but people across. So, and we could have played over here to clear. So we'll talk about control, and we could have played down here as well. Over here. We could have done so many other things, right? But we're rushing, and we had a lot of time. And we were so like hell bent on just playing low around here. We definitely could have played like the left side as well. Okay, cool. That's really all I wanted to go over. Does anybody here have questions? I'm just gonna wait like a minute. I'm gonna look at my phone while give you guys opportunities to say anything or ask any questions. If not, I am going to hop off. All right, cool. No questions. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Like the main takeaways are if you are fragging, if you are scouting, you know what I mean? I'm working with when's the big merch shop? I'm working with a content creator. I'll come up with that soon. What I can say is that a good portion of the proceeds of the profits from my end, because I'm splitting it with the content creator, is going to go towards Apex South. Um, and because EA is paying for flights for people, but they're not paying for accommodations. So if a team has to pay, like let's say my friends from Thailand have to pay like fucking $3,000 for accommodations for a couple of days at LAN, they're fucked, right? That's so much money for people from Thailand, people from Indonesia, you know. So I'm trying to build a fund to help them if they qualify. EWC is going to be an exception because the government of Saudi Arabia is paying for everything. So, yeah, this is one of the solutions that I'll have for that, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully people buy it and then you get to support, you know, players from less fortunate countries. Yeah, okay, so here are the main takeaways. One, if you are fragging, play your life. That has to be your default, right? The one thing I'd like for Panic to do more is say what he's doing, you know, to kind of inform his teammates. He does do a good job of asking them to watch over him, which is really, really nice. So again, if you are fragging, if you are scouting, if you're hunting for shit, you need to play your life. You need to disengage quickly. That's as an individual. Now, as a team, almost always you have more time than you think. if there's anything that you've learned from the VODs, like from team plays, you need to do things as a team. You need to make sure that you're playing together. So, like a lot of that, the main thing that Panic does is restraint, right? He's really good at restraining himself and making sure that he plays together with his team and that he doesn't overextend, right? And he doesn't go down, because if you go down, you're fucked. And then also, as soon as you stabilize, you need to talk about your biggest threat. You need to talk about how you're going to handle that, usually with your positioning and with your utility, right? So if you don't do that, you don't respect your environment enough and you will be punished for it, right? Cool. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you learned something and you were slightly entertained. Steph, I apologize for telling people to call you Auntie or Tita. Please don't do that. I feel like she's gonna kill me. Have a good one, guys, and good night. Bye bye.